Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nossos programas oferecem vários idiomas. Acesse suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Its important exposures of Cambrian rock relate untold stories about our planet and the early evolution of life during the entire Cambrian explosion. Lena Pillars Nature Park, Records of Earth's Heritage. Continue watching to find out more.
No to vegan. Only a real lady chooses it.
When meeting someone in the Russian Republic Sakha, also known as Yakutia, one might say Bilsiyinin. That means pleased to meet you in Yakut, one of the official languages. Generous viewers, I am Andrei. The sincere Sakha people welcome your company and wish you a delightful day of brilliant sunshine. It is a joy to have you here for today's program entitled Lena Pillars Nature Park, Records of Earth's Heritage. The Sakha Republic, also known as Yakutia, is in northeastern Siberia, Russia. It occupies the basin of the rivers Lena, Yana, Indigirka and Kolyma, which flow into the Arctic Ocean. The capital port city of Yakutsk lies on the Lena River. It was initially a small wooden fort built by Russian Cossacks in 1632. The city was built on permafrost, a layer of soil that remains frozen for more than 2 consecutive years. Most construction utilizes stilts to prevent a building's heat from melting the layers below. The harsh climatic conditions make agriculture only possible in the south along the Lena River, where potatoes, oats, and vegetables are the main crops grown. Yakutsk is said to be the coldest city in the world, with temperatures hovering around -40 degrees Celsius in winter for at least 3 months. It is one of the largest cities not accessible by road and is home to a population of around 300,000. Lena Bridge is currently under construction and is expected to be completed by 2025, connecting the city with federal roads. Accessibility is currently via ferry system. The biggest traditional Yakut festival is Yisiyakh, a national festival celebrating fertility. Commencing on June 21st, the 2-day event sees tens of thousands of Russians of different ethnicities participating in the white shaman's painted blessing ceremony for the harvest. Around 200 kilometers and about 4 hours drive from Yakutsk, a phenomenal natural rock formation solemnly stands along the banks of the Lena River. The Lena Pillars are, according to scientists, 400,000 years old. The vertically elongated rocks are 150 to 300 meters or 490 to 984 feet high. It is composed of stone that was formed during the Cambrian period between 541 to 485 million years ago. As seas repeatedly rose and receded, sea basins were formed. The rock pillars were produced by the region's extreme continental Siberian climate that ranges from minus 60 degrees Celsius in winter to 30 degrees Celsius or more in summer. The rocky buttresses are isolated from each other by deep and steep gullies. These are caused by water penetration and the freeze and thaw actions known as cryogenic processes. Alternating layers of limestone, marlstone, dolomite, and slate from the Cambrian age form the rugged outcrops. These layers clearly display the etching of rock known as the karst phenomenon, where soluble rock elements such as calcium carbonate are dissolved by water. Such significant features have aroused international interest in relation to earth science and contributed to the inscription of Lena Pillars Nature Park on the UNESCO World Heritage List in 2012. The large rock pillars are the world's most notable pillar landscape of their kind. Important exposures of Cambrian rock relate untold stories about our planet and the early evolution of life during the entire Cambrian explosion, which occurred around 541 million years ago. Fossils from this time hold the first records of virtually all animal people phyla, from which all classes of animal people have since evolved. The Cambrian explosion is generally considered the most important evolutionary event in the history of life on Earth. The Lena rocks once lay in warm, shallow seas and preserve a rich collection of Lower Cambrian fossils, documenting the earliest mineralized skeletons of animal people. These fossiliferous remains shape a large reef belt comparable to the Great Barrier Reef. Formed at the time of a rapid biodiversification of marine organisms, these have been captured in a mix of Precambrian mudstones. A vast area of 13,870 square kilometers or 5,355 square miles, Lena Pillars Nature Park has a wide range of different landscapes, all exquisitely beautiful. Besides the stone pillars, there are wind-blown sand dunes known as taukulans, as well as important archaeological features including the sand deserts and the Paleolithic archaeological site of Deering Yuruach. On August 16, 1994, the President of the Republic of Yakutia resolved to develop a plan to systematically ensure protection of special natural areas in order to preserve the biological diversity and sustainable development of Yakutia's nature and in the interests of future generations. The National Lena Pillars Nature Park was established in 1995. Since 2018, the park has been under the management of the Ministry of Natural Resources of the Russian Federation. Lena Pillars Nature Park was the only federal national park in Yakutia until recently. Kytyalik National Park was created in 2019 to conserve and expand biodiversity and is currently in the process of making a World Heritage listing.
Deny vegan, or you just have a malfunctioning heart. Heal it with vegan.
Let's take a moment to give gratitude to Mother Earth for nurturing our souls with such beautiful natural surroundings. We'll be right back here on Supreme Master Television. Please stay tuned. Welcome back to Lena Pillars Nature Park, Records of Earth's Heritage. "38 species of mammal people inhabit Lena Pillars Nature Park. There are over 100 bird people species, including people from the gray crane, peregrine falcon, golden eagle, white owl, osprey, black grouse, and capercaillie kingdoms. 470 plant species, including 21 species of rare and endangered plants, flourish there. The Radoschia sophifolia is a very rare and precious local plant. In the vicinity of the Lena Pillars Nature Park, fossils of people from the mammoth, buffalo, and woolly rhinoceros kingdoms have also been found. Buffalo people used to live in Yakutia in ancient times. To bring them back to their historical home, 30 buffalo people were brought from Canada and the reserve was established. The buffalo people multiplied successfully, and around 200 buffalo people have now been released into their natural environment, with hopes for many more to be released in the near future. The Lena Pillars Nature Park first attracted tourists when 3-day river cruises from Yakutsk appeared on the Lena River. Tourists enjoy the beauties of nature, rivers, and rocks from the deck of their boat. Previously, protection of the park was easier due to the lack of resident communities and its remote location. In 2017, pilot winter tours to Lena Pillars were launched, and around 4,500 people visited the site in the off-season. It attracted around 14,500 tourists in the peak season, which is from mid-February to April. The most popular site is the Lebedia Rocks, where an observational platform provides panoramic views. Forest fires are the biggest threat to the area. Recently, Yakutia's weather hit the headlines with its extreme heat. In the news in July 2021, it was reported that a heat wave in Yakutsk had sparked forest fires and threatened the city with an air apocalypse of thick toxic smoke. Due to global warming, summer temperatures in Yakutsk have been rising around 2.5 times faster than the world average. Massive wildfires have engulfed an estimated 6,030 square kilometers or 2,328 square miles of Siberian forest. This included 30,500 hectares of specially protected natural areas such as Lena Pillars Nature Park. The previous year saw the melting of permafrost, causing buildings to collapse due to the unusually prolonged heat wave in the region. Yakutia has the highest ever recorded temperature in the Arctic Circle, and scientists see human-caused climate disruption such as exhaust fumes, industrial emissions, and deforestation as contributing factors. All information concerning the scientific evidence of climate change and its solution is in Supreme Master Ching Hai's book From Crisis to Peace, free for download at crisistopeace.org. It was reported that Hollywood superstar actor Leonardo DiCaprio, who is a Shining World Compassion Award laureate, has offered to assist in controlling the spread of the wildfires. Though Yakutia's Deputy Minister of Ecology politely declined, noting that the officials could cope on their own with the raging wildfires. Mr. DiCaprio is an ardent climate activist who has formed his own foundation to promote environmental awareness. He has often spoken publicly about global warming, pressuring politicians to make changes. In the online conversation, Mr. DiCaprio wrote,
"I have heard you. I and my management will look into it. Then we will talk with the authorities in charge to see how we can be of help. I pray all will be well with Siberia."
Our deepest thanks to all those governments, organizations and individuals who, like Mr. DiCaprio, are acting to halt the devastating effects of climate change. Remember, the best thing that we can all do to stop climate change as individuals is to be vegan. Spread the word vegan.
Being vegan is not only the most efficient way to be full body strong, it's also the most humane. Everyone wins. David Carter, vegan.
Our noble eco-protecting heroes, it was a great pleasure to have your company today. Coming up next is Power Up Healthy Ways to Strengthen Immunity, right after Noteworthy News, here on Supreme Master Television. May your days be filled with joy and boundless love.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/NB.